For the last 5 years, I've been bringing up suppressed emotions and trauma from the past so that I can face and get comfortable with it. And on this journey, I've had days where I was too depressed to get out of bed. I faced paralyzing anxiety and even had suicidal thoughts. But no matter what happened, I never lost hope. Here's why. Somewhere along the way, I picked up this 2-minute habit that transformed my mental health. In fact, this is something so fundamental to your brain's neurology that every single organism that has eyes benefits from this. So, I wanted to make this quick video on what this hack is and how you can get the most out of it. Also, because I know how difficult navigating mental issues can be, I've developed this free AI app that helps you discover their true cause. But more on that in a bit. The habit is being under the open sky, but there's more nuance to it. Just randomly standing outdoors doesn't work. Let me share some signs. Your body has a clock inside it, a clock that tells it when to wake up and when to go sleep. And when this clock receives signal to wake up, it releases certain chemicals in your mind and body that make you feel alert and awake. Essentially, these chemicals make you feel awesome. But when there's no right signal, these chemicals are not released in a proper quantity and you feel lazy, you feel lethargic and depressed. But what are these right signals? It's not like someone is setting an alarm inside your body. The most powerful signal there is for your body clock is the sun. When the sun rises, it's time to wake up. But when the sun when the sun sets, it's time to sleep. Although just the sun rising and setting does not work. But before we get to the exact concrete steps, let me ask you this. If you're anything like me, you've probably wondered, why do I have to keep taking constant effort to feel just normal when everyone else just seems fine? And I discovered that the answer is what you went through in your childhood. We often don't realize the lifelong effect of insignificant things that happened in our childhood. And that's why I've developed this tool to help you become aware of how traumatic your childhood was. You just answer some questions and it gives you a score from 0 to 100, and a lot of things start to make sense. I took this test and this is what I got, which was not expected. So if that's something you'd be into, click the link below and I'll send it to you for free. Here's how to harness your internal clock. You actually have to get light in your eyes for your body to know it's time to wake up. There are receptors at the bottom of your eyes that are there exclusively for this purpose. And for that, you have to go outdoors. Animals do this naturally. If you have a pet, you might have noticed their tendency to seek out morning sunlight by going outdoors. Here's what I do. As soon as I wake up, I freshen up and I go downstairs for a 10-minute yoga in the garden. And if I don't feel like doing yoga, I just take a walk around the block. The clock takes 2 to 15 minutes to activate. You don't have to stare directly at the sun. In fact, you don't even need sunlight. It's the light photons in the air that your receptors detect and not sunlight specifically. The earlier you do this in the day, the better it is. And it doesn't work after noon. So it won't work if you just woke up at 1 p.m. and go downstairs. And that is also the logic behind the habit of Surya Namaskar here in the East, where you greet the sun every morning. Bro, what if there is no sun because of cloud cover where I live? I stay in Mumbai, and in monsoon, we often don't see the sun here for weeks. But I make sure that I go downstairs, especially on the cloudy days, even if it's raining, and just look at the sky, even if I'm under a shed, to get those light photons. Because light still filters through the clouds, it's just that I have to stay longer for the clock to activate. By the way, if you've noticed that you feel more depressed on gloomy days, now you know why. Here's how this habit transformed my life. Apart from the benefits we just looked at, the morning sun for me literally represents the emotion of hope. Like, no matter what happens, no matter how fucked my day was, no matter how shitty I feel, I know it for a fact that the sun is gonna come up the next day and help me improve my mental state if I do this habit. So, to summarize, if you do nothing else, just wake up, go downstairs, get morning sunlight for 2 to 15 minutes every single day for as many days of your life as possible, your mental health will be transformed. And it's so simple to do this, literally everyone can do it. I had a client of mine and she used to do yoga at home in the morning. I suggested her this and she started doing yoga outdoors. She literally had to change nothing from her routine, just take the mat and go in the garden. And she started noticing the difference from day one. The fresh air, the sunlight, everything just clicked together. Don't forget to check out the free quiz if you want to understand the true cause of your mental concerns. And if you feel like you're stressed out and struggling all the time, chances are you're stuck in the survival mode. I talk about the 5 biggest mistakes that keep you stuck in survival mode in this video. So if you'd like to get out of it and start feeling better, you can click here.